I am Dungeon Master, your guide in the realm of Dungeons and Dragons.
All right, welcome back, everyone. I am the Dungeon Master, and this is Doomsday Aftermath. Today, we rejoin the party after they had captured the Batman Who Frags, and Mr. Pix, one of Viv's fellow residents, had taken him away, and now the party is left to deal with the Robin King and whatever else is going on with him, as well as the rest of the situations that they are aware of and have gotten themselves into, etc. So we're going to begin with the aftermath of what just happened and how everybody is dealing with that, and then go from there. So yeah, you guys, just watched Mr. Pix take uh the Batman Who Frags away. What do you guys do? What's the next steps? What are you gonna do?
Well, first off, we're going to need to figure out where exactly the Robin King went.
That's easier said than done.
Yes. How do
Yes,
you
and
think
Great King Rat, you might
in-
want to change your dice color quick. Sorry, go ahead, Deep Knight.
how do you how do you track a flying coat? A teleporting coat.
At least you keep on the lookout. What's it
If
gonna like?
only we had Viv here. Maybe she would
I
know.
know. I know. Yeah, if only Viv was here. Yeah. No, I never thought about that, huh? I never thought about how good it would be if Viv was fucking dead. See.
And just Deep Knight's just sort of standing there, just sort of like he sort of felt like he just hit some touched the nerve on Great King Rat.
Yeah, Great King Rat, was having a moral crisis, and that's why he became a good guy. And so now, losing one of his teammates like that, I'm sure has been hard.
Certainly hasn't.
You were cut off. You were cut off there, Rocky.
Honestly, it certainly hasn't been easy for him. How does this place smell? What's the vibes going on? Feeling
Yeah,
back?
so you guys can smell another rodent-like being coming from the other room.
Oh, oh,
What?
we got investigated. Suppose. Like,
I say, is that the smell of a muscalid?
Well, I don't know that you'd be able to smell it.
I'm just sort of. You said everyone smelt it.
No. Great King Rat can smell it because he has a powerful scent.
like 12 points in my fucking whole factory.
I know that.
So, Great King Rat, you smell, another rodent-like being, and you tell them, there's something in the other room there. When you guys open the door, you see indeed a rodent-looking humanoid strapped to a chair, apparently being arrested and beaten or interrogated or just tortured for no reason.
I think it's called kidnap when somebody from the fucking extra plane held him in.
And Deep Night sort of looks over and says, "My goodness, there's someone's been kidnapped, and it looks like they've been bloody beaten."
In fact, they're unconscious right now, but as you look at him, Great King Rat, you remember why that scent seems so familiar to you. You thought he was dead, but apparently he's still alive, and the Dark Multiverse has an interest in him for some reason. You've known him in the past as the Weasel.
This raises so many questions, none of which I want to answer in a rusty fucking hole deep. Tremor, can you get my friend here?
Yeah, I'll get to work getting him out.
This
I
is certainly something unexpected.
I can get the guy out. It's more about just the carrying.
Yes.
So,
I broke.
yeah, you bite through the chains that are holding him, and he's freed, but still like now nowhere near lucid. Like he's really unconscious, and it just kind of like, is that you, mommy?
Yep, it's me, it's your mommy.
And then he passes back out.
It's a shame he had to learn I was his mother like that.
So where do you guys go?
Probably back to the base in Gotham.
All right, so going back to the Justice,
Alongside the this new character.
yeah, going back to the Justice League Gotham Hall, you bring the Weasel along. Uh, when he wakes up, he starts to panic, and thinks that
Hey,
now he's been arrested by the Justice League, and so he's ready to fight.
hey, Weasel. Look, use your eyes, big guy. It's me.
Yeah, what are you doing here?
You know
I,
this, Muscalid.
I, me and the Weasel go way back. Yeah, I'm sort of the I hate saying it, but I'm kind of like in charge of justice, sort of.
What? Who put you in charge?
If my research isn't mistaken, Lex Luthor, and you just sort of see Deep Knight sort of biting his tongue after he says that.
Weasel kind of looks around at you guys to see if this is true.
Yeah.
Ah, I see. Well, don't be expecting me to call you sir.
It'd be very weird if anyone here called me so. 3.5 feet tall. Like it's a loose thing. It's more just because I've been kicked through more walls. You know.
I
So
see.
how the fuck did you get deep underground or the hangar or whatever? How'd you end up? How were you not dead? I
Well,
went to you went
you might not believe this, but I've actually been in another dimension.
uh, not the weirdest thing I believed recently.
I mean, those two other. Well, actually, we've actually met two other folks who were also from another dimension.
Oh, huh. You think me coming back has something to do with that?
Almost certainly.
Maybe depends on where you were.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, true. If you were in some sort of why don't you tell us about your dimension?
Well, it was a parallel Earth, almost exactly like this one, except for a lot of the people were very different.
Describe very different.
Well, for starters, Superman was a woman.
That's
So,
pretty different.
well, I mean, didn't we have Supergirl?
Yeah, but this was some woman who called herself Superwoman, but like as far as I could tell, it was everything about Superman was in this woman. It was clearly Superman, but as a woman.
Neat.
That is certainly an interesting factoid.
Yeah, that is pretty interesting. How'd you get back? What happened?
I don't know. I had learned to adjust and live in this new world, and all of a sudden I woke up here.
So you were kidnapped.
No, no, no. I woke up back in this reality, and then that hot topic manager looking freak came and knocked me out and brought me back here.
So you were
I'm glad.
just suddenly back in this dimension?
Yes.
I'm glad
Huh.
you agree with the group consensus on what that guy looks like.
Oh my god, it's like we get it. You're edgy.
I
Yes. If I'm honest, it wasn't very tactful.
Did he threaten you with that little knife too?
yeah.
So many times.
And
He
he's
looks like no. I got one. He looks like he shops at the Goodwill in a town that only has hot.
And take a listen to this. He called that every time you were stabbed by that knife, you would teleport you to hell.
Yeah, that's what he told me too.
I ain't too worried about that, honestly. It's
Yeah.
probably a little overblown. And if not, hey, who cares? At this point, genuinely, who cares? Let's pick up anything that they were talking about while you were in this captivity.
Yeah, I mean a little.
Anything could help. I mean, we completely bodied one of them, but the other one seems a little slippery. 2 times in a row, Weasel. 2 times in a row, we killed that big guy.
Yeah, he was tough.
As tough as the real thing.
So yeah. Anyway, I heard those assholes talking about how there's some latent energy from people who have been in other dimensions, and that if they can harvest enough of it, they can use it to power a device that'll bring the entire dark multiverse over here.
That sounds bad. I'm gonna be real with you. That sounds pretty fucking bad.
That does sound a bit troubling.
Uh, well, here's the thing we do first. Actually, that gives us a pretty plan. We got the Justice League. It should not be too hard to figure out who is the unit.
Of course, they might mess up this situation as well, considering they've also messed up the situation back in Atlantis.
They did fine for Atlantis. She's alive. We'll deal with it later.
Yes, but everything has just gotten downhill and worse.
Honestly, as long as they're not filling the ocean with blood or landing, it's on the back burner.
I suppose.
Now, if we can compile a list of folks who have been injured, and also something we should do just immediately before they get a chance to do it is going to Dr. Satan, a place that isn't a fucking museum in Gotham. One of the easiest places in the world.
You were
Whose bright
cutting out
idea
of?
was? What have you heard?
I heard the museum part, but wasn't really certain about what exactly about the museum.
Yeah, and before I completely forget about it, uh, that whole Dr. Fate's fucking helmet sitting in a museum in Gotham, one of the most, let's say, stolen from kind of places in the city. Maybe we go
Indeed.
and grab that and put it somewhere else.
Yeah, that would be ideal.
Uh, what do we call about this? See, we could do it. It's a bad look, but we could probably just go in there and take it. Like, not like take it, but be like, hey, this is a fucking powerful artifact and shouldn't be here.
Yes, like speak to them about it.
Yeah, why don't we just go talk to them about it? We are the fucking Justice League.
Yes, instead of just being like Catwoman used to be like and just grabbing the helmet, we could just talk to it about it uh, reasonably. I'm
And here's the thing: we got. Now here's the real thing, Deep Knight. If talking about it reasonably doesn't work, we do have Catwoman on the payroll. So one way or another, we're getting this fucking helmet.
That sounds ideal.
Kramer, any objections?
Uh, not really, no.
Well, you like a plan that nobody objects. Weasel, you want to roll with the crew for a while?
I gotta lay low. If that guy finds me again, he's gonna beat the crap out of me and send me to hell.
Well,
Yes.
here's another. If that guy finds you again, and you're not with the fucking Justice League, it's going to be so much easier to do both of those things.
Well, I mean, if you guys want to protect me, that's fine, but I don't think I should be out and about on the streets.
If you're super worried about safety, I can always, we can put you in a hand you over to not hand you over. That sounds wrong. Lex is over across the bay there. I'm sure he's got a safe room or something.
I don't want to go
Well,
by Luthor.
I'm glad you understand the dangers of being with Luther.
yeah, I'm not as warm on the guy as I was before either. Um, looks like you're rolling with us for a while. Don't feel too weird about being out and about. It's gotten like 60% more normal ever since I've put on the uniform.
All right,
For
just
like
don't expect me to help you out in combat.
I mean,
Don't worry.
yeah,
I my mutant powers can handle that.
yeah, you always were more of the B&E kind of guy, and I don't blame you. I was too.
Yeah, I mean, I could do something like that.
Oh, B&E is great, man. Uh, I miss it. I miss just being like just getting called up by some mob boss to break some idiot out of prison. Huh.
If I'm honest, I think being a hero suits you better.
I mean, I am still a giant rat. I don't know if better is the right word for it, but thank you for your vote of confidence.
You are welcome.
All right, to the museum.
Let us go.
All right. So you guys go to the museum, and there's a whole like thing about how they're having the ancient artifacts of Egypt on display.
Just before we go and bother the curator or whatever, let's just double check and make sure that it is like the helmet and that it's just there. Great King Rat's seen the helmet before. Fun fact: Doctor Fate was a member of like that the before the Justice League that beat the living hell out of his creator.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's like him and Wildcat and like Sandman 2 and Time Man, I think.
And excuse me if I'm wrong, but I think you used to be the what's the term, hooker? Is that right?
I don't think that's the correct term. Describe the occupation to me.
Basically, it was dancing with a pole.
A stripper.
Yes,
Who
something.
used to be a stripper? Who?
Dr. Fate.
I, I feel like I would have heard about that.
Yes,
I
it's
feel,
usually a rumor going around in both
I
Atlanta
feel like I would have went.
and the
I feel like
superhero.
I would have went to that.
I don't know what exactly it is, but anyways, let's go check out.
Yeah, just gonna look at the exhibit like tourists first, see if it's actually the thing.
I'll be like, I'll be paying for our entry.
Okay, yeah, so you guys pay to enter and you're walking around and there's I mean just all kinds of things on display. But you don't see anything about the helmet or anything like that.
Huh. All right. So
Yes? Hello?
So, uh, we're sort of so there's nothing. So there's nothing really around here that is like very much like the helmet. So, strange. Could it be that the helmet's in storage?
I mean, only one way to find out. We go ask. Yeah, just gonna scroll back there, ask them about it. Go find the whatever you call the head of the museum.
The director?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. So we'll talk to the museum director.
Okay.
Just gonna barge into not barge, walk into their office.
All right. And the museum director is quite astonished with your little crew there and is like, "Oh, what's the meaning of this?"
Hey, we odd question. Sorry to bother you at work. Uh, next time I'll make sure to call ahead before we just barge in like this. But
Indeed. We have important business to talk to you about.
we have it on decent authority that you have a piece of. I'm not gonna say it. Do you have Doctor Fate's helmet?
What? Why would we have that?
We heard it on good authority that it would be part of this collection.
Specifically, the Egyptian collection.
Yeah,
Oh, preposterous.
but you gotta understand that if you did have that, like not only would this be the most robbed place in the world the second that on display, but also there's a decent chance that you die and every guard in the museum dies. Whole whole of Gotham for about 6 city blocks dies, dragging pocket, and just unspeakable thing. So I assume it goes without saying that if you had it, you could tell us.
Oh, of course.
See, I wish there was a like a there isn't a second. Yeah. Just gotta tell him the truth.
He is not.
Come on, buddy. Like let's not do song and dance. Look, we just want to put it somewhere. Help me out. How do I describe what mistake?
Uh, sir, you know how how this city is just filled with supervillains who spend most of their pastimes figuring out how to rob from banks, museums, vaults, all that kind of stuff.
Yes, of course.
Uh, well, we want to take Dr. Fate's helmet and put it somewhere where someone like uh Great King Rat, who's someone in the minor league villain wise? Just someone off the top of your head.
Clock King.
Yeah, like
Oh, if Clockring had that, that would be a certainly terrifying situation, considering his mastery over knowing at time planning.
yeah.
Yeah, I'd do like somebody who would reorder the way that time works to make it even more had like that sort of just find the ability to fine tune reality, the ability to change the fundamental laws of how you exist as a person.
Yeah, well, I mean, we have security.
Has that
You know,
I want you to be honest with me now. Has that ever stopped a villain before?
Uh,
If let's say the Joker walked in right now.
Even though he's currently underground,
That's
can
that's
be
that's
under.
that's that's neither here nor there, Deep Knight. If the
does
Joker
not matter.
walked in right now, what would your security do?
shoot
Other
him.
than the shooting, here's a game we could play.
Congratulations, you just killed a guy in clown makeup and the Joker got away with the helmet.
Yeah, probably. Just some guy like some one
I
of your
mean,
guys.
this is all good and well, but I don't have the helmet.
All right, all right. I didn't want to have to put this out on the streets, but I can smell it when you lie.
What?
You know, like dogs smell fear, but like more fine-tuned.
Way more fun. Also, I would talk to a doctor sometime in the next 6 months. You might have something going on.
Nice.
It
But
could just be.
you're gonna have to roll a persuasion or an intimidation.
All right, sure. I'll roll a persuasion.
Is there a help out thing for skills?
I think there is, but I'm not up on the rules for how to go about doing that.
It's
Uh,
it's a DC 10, and you get a +2.
DC 10 in the skill?
Oh, well, there you go.
Uh,
Well, I was
I know they tried to copy, D20 rules as much as possible, so yeah.
all right. I got a new computer now.
I rolled the bare minimum I needed to help.
Well, There we go. That's +4 to the check.
Sorry, I don't know.
Shut up.
Oh, I'm gonna be away from the mic for a minute, getting a call from my sister.
Oh, okay.
All right. I'm gonna hero point that. Let's make that a 27.
I rolled for persuasion.
No. You can roll to help with the persuasion to give it an extra +2 though.
What I did.
Oh yeah, yeah. Then that's why he got the +4. Yeah. So 27. You know he resists, but eventually tells you, "Fine, I'll come clean. Uh, it's already been stolen."
By who?
I
Of
don't
course it's
know.
gonna be. No, my God. Of
He
course
was
it's gonna be.
wearing a black skull mask.
What? I, just out of curiosity, why didn't you? Why didn't you? Oh, why didn't you tell the fucking Justice League about it, guy? Why didn't you come screaming to the superheroes the second that someone stole, perhaps? I don't want to. I don't want to over exaggerate, but perhaps the strongest object on the planet.
Do you know what the board would do if they found out I lost something that valuable?
Probably at this point, very little, considering it happens here like once a month.
And besides, I have a fake coming in, soon to make this all right.
Well, if that's a fake you're going to get, then why not tell us any hints or clues to who exactly might have stolen it?
I just did.
Yeah, guy in a black mask. We know exactly who it is, but when whole nother.
Yeah, okay. Sorry, didn't think that.
You're fine. Don't worry. In the future, the next time that some sort of God power granting mask magic comes to the museum and is fucking stolen again. Drop a dime to the fucking Justice League. We won't tell your bosses. We don't. We just don't want the city to fucking. All right.
Yeah, yeah.
Indeed.
I really like your Egypt exhibit. It looks very good. Uh, you did the whole thing up very. And with that, Great King Rat walks back out.
So,
So now,
and
we're,
Deep Night follows.
yeah.
All right.
So now we're
So
tracking
Trevor,
down Black Mask.
yeah, somebody already stole the fucking mask.
Yeah, I heard that bit.
You gotta it's important with these things to open and close with a compliment. it helps. I don't know. I was listening to an audiobook about soft skills for leaders. Audiobook didn't lie to me.
Wait, who are you talking to?
Oh, that was just a mention. After I said that fucking thing about the Egypt. I can't say the word Egypt today. About the new exhibits, and as we're exiting, breaking over fucking says.
Yeah.
All right, let's head back to the. We've got like 10 people who are currently league members. I suppose we should just go after them now. That's our that's our only real lead right now. Our only like potential thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, between the 10 or so patrolling league members and Killer Moth, who's on sabbatical.
Yeah, well, you put him on it, but yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, like he did get like decked in the face by Lex Luthor in his power suit. Like, and it's all the more reason that he shouldn't be in the field. You know. Regardless, let's go to the league. Let's go ask our fucking collection of bats.
In one way
Sure.
or another. Indeed. That being said, we are missing one clay bat.
Hey, don't worry about that. I'm putting out a thing. Oh hey, I didn't tell you guys. This is fun. I acquired most of not most of, like 40 something percent of Gotham's big news network.
Huh. That could be quite useful in the future cases.
Oh, it's useful now. We're putting out stuff about watching out for the Robin King and reporting, engaging with supervillains, and also a very nice story about why there's an island of just incredibly specific amusement parks just sort of out there. Anyway,
So you want to
so
contact who?
no, just gonna go back to the league base and talk to all the bats, see if they've seen anything on patrol that would indicate activity that could be traced back to Black Mask, especially a recently acquired the power of God Black Mask.
Yes. And that is not a good thing.
Oh no, not at all. That there is potentially a best case scenario here in that he knows that it's a valuable artifact, but doesn't know that it makes you God. And also, oh wait, there's that. Here, I remember something. Let's give him a little. No, absolutely not.
Huh.
The fact that if you put on the fucking Dr. Fate helmet and you aren't worthy, it makes you brain dead. It kills you outright if you aren't worthy of it.
Yep.
And judging on what sort of on the personality of Black Mask and all his deeds, I imagine he's not really worthy.
I mean, it's apparent that was not in character. That was just me. I remembered that, and I wanted to see if he would, and he did not. He got a natural 1 on his intelligence check.
Can I get an intelligence check too?
Well, you wouldn't know much about the Dr. Fate helmet. You know, if Great King Rat can't remember it, working with all the heroes and villains, like, being in Atlantis, you wouldn't have heard, anything else.
I rolled the intelligence check because I've met the guy, or the former guy, I guess. One of them. I don't know how many have there been since Great King Rat in
Just
this.
just the guy and the girl, right?
I think so. It's your canon, though. I don't know if
In any case, we better find Black Mask.
Yes. Just,
Yeah, so you guys were gonna contact who first?
into the head for me. Ah, fuck it. Let's go. Let's go in. Hey, Trema.
Yeah.
Should we go in competence order or reverse competence order?
Competence order, if you ask me.
All right, Trema.
Uh, Competence order does make sense, I suppose.
All right, Nightwing and Catwoman and Nightwing, Batman. We'll bring them in first.
Okay, so
Sounds
who
good.
who do you contact?
Catwoman and Nightwing, Batman.
All right, so Catwoman, you can contact by shining the Batlight.
Cool. Actually, let's go. Hey, I'm a fucking idiot. Let's just go to the commissioner's fucking building. Talk to him and then shine the light if he doesn't know. We can knock out all of these bats with one little stone.
Okay, so is everybody on board with that?
Yep.
How's the commissioner doing?
Oh, Commissioner Gordon here. Yeah, I'm all right. I've been staying sober for 32 hours now.
I'm Commissioner. This first part's not about business. This is just me as a friend saying that I'm incredibly proud of the effort you're making, and I got nothing but faith in you.
Oh, thank you.
And side note, do you know anything about what Black Mask has been up to recently?
The Black Mask Gang has recently been creating problems for the mafia families of Gotham.
Oh, easy enough done then. I'll just slip into an old contact over there, see if they know if they got something that's gonna be what's the word? I'll ask an old mafia buddy if they got anything big going on that somebody who wants to hurt him would hit.
Yeah, I agree. That would probably be the best lead for you.
I still owe you that steak dinner, Gordon. Don't let me forget.
I wasn't gonna bring it up.
Hey, I'm a rat. Sometimes things slip my little mind, you know? Next time you're free, you shoot me a call, okay?
I'm just honored that a real live member of the Justice League wants to hang out with me.
You're vital to the safety of the city, Gordon. Always have been.
Thank you so much. I love you. And he like goes in for a hug.
Yeah, okay. Love you too, bud. And I'll hug him back.
Okay. You guys finish the world's most awkward hug, and you guys are just standing there looking at it.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go put on my little mafia rat clothing and see what's up with them.
Indeed. And I'll try and I'll switch on the bat signal.
Hey, whoa, what are you doing there, wet stuff?
Oh, we're just trying to communicate with one of the bat folk.
Hey, the bat light is off limits.
Just
Those-
wet
oh,
stuff. I don't know where that one got me. I'm very sorry.
Nobody touches the bat signal but me.
It is sort of his thing, but if you want to stay here and ask whoever shows up, it can't be anything but constructive.
I mean, if you're requesting that I turn on the bat signal, I guess you could roll for persuasion.
Me or Deep Night?
Whoever wants to try and convince him.
Well, I got the +9, and he likes me. Oh, he loves me, kind of. 26.
Yeah, so he says, "All right, well, if you're asking, I suppose."
All right. Trevor, which group you want to go with?
Why are we going in groups again?
Because I'm talking to people who are. Well, Deep Knight wants to talk to some of the Batmen, and I'm talking to the Mafia, and it gets scared if like 4 of us roll down.
I mean, my first thought is to go with you and make sure that you have backup, but
That's fair. All right. Weasel, it looks like you're with Deep. I don't think anything will happen. It just seems like there was 3 of us to 1.
All right. So, you guys go off to find the mafiosos. Deep Night, you and Weasel stay behind to talk to Batman.
Or in this case, the cat woman.
Yeah. And so as Commissioner Gordon turns on the bat signal, uh, it's growing dark, obviously. And Batman shows up and in a higher pitched voice than you'd expect says, "What can I do for you?"
Ah, good evening, Batman. Uh, or should I say, Catwoman?
Oh
All
my
that.
god, look out! And suddenly Batman throws a bunch of smoke pellets everywhere and creates a confusing scene of smoke and whirling kicks, and suddenly as the smoke dissipates, you see Batman standing over Weasel, having knocked him out, and is bat cuffing him right now.
Easy, easy, easy. He's with us. He's with me. He's with me. Caution is advised. Easy.
What do you mean this villain is with you?
He's currently under our protection, and he's also a friend of Great King Rat. We're here to speak to you about a certain villain with a black mask.
Oh,
Because
okay.
we believe he's just stolen a very powerful artifact that belonged to a certain Dr. Fate.
Okay.
Yes. Do you happen to know any sort of traces or sort of like possible notes of like where exactly this black mask is?
Oh, I have been dealing with the Black Mask Gang, for a week now.
Oh, so you do know about the situation. That means you might, if we could possibly join you, we could try and figure out where exactly the boss is located.
Well, I know that they've been holding up on Amusement Mile.
Of course, they would be holding up on Amusement Mile. Seriously, it's ridiculous. Anyways, mind if we tag along and I'll call the others to our location
To do what?
to help you fight off this terrible force that is the Black Mask Gang.
Oh man, I've been fighting way more than just the Black Mask Gang.
Yes, but when it comes to what we're trying to do, I th- it's it's cons- it is in our best consideration that we find the leader of the Black Mask gang.
Well, good luck with that.
And he nods and says, "All right, I'll call all the others, and we might encounter each other back at the entertainment lane."
Okay.
Okay. So he sort of nods, and then using a pay phone, he's going to call the Great King Rat.
By this time, Great King Rat has gotten Tremor in a suit. They're both wearing suits. They put pomade in their hair. They greased their hair back. They look like fucking extras from The Godfather. Yes.
Hello, Great King Rat. And I sort of like trying to hold up the knockout weasel on my shoulder.
Uh, why
Yeah,
did you weekend at Burning Thing Weasel over the phone?
I didn't say that in character.
No, I know this is out of character. I just want to know why that would be a.
I'm just making sure that I didn't like he isn't like
Yeah,
we didn't forget him.
I got you.
So as we have a lead. We have a lead.
Oh, let me hear it now. What's up? Let me hear it.
The Black Mask Gang is holed up onto Entertainment Lane,
Amusement Mile.
Amusement Mile. Yes.
All right, then. That narrows it down a bit. Once we know what they're about to hit, it should be pretty easy to follow them back from a failed sting to their base of operation. Get them scared, get them sloppy, and strike while the iron is hot.
Of course.
Good work. Thank you.
All right. So as you hang up the phone, you're right outside the Mafia nightclub.
How's Kramer feel about being in a suit?
I mean, is the suit over my rock form, or am I just David right now?
If you want to be David, you can be David. If you want to be a rock, then there's definitely a guy in Gotham who can make a suit big enough for the fucking rock.
Right. I mean, if I'm going David, then this isn't even like a new thing for me to be in a suit. Like I've been in a suit more than I've been in regular clothes at this point. After
Right.
that whole penguin debacle.
Which one would you pick? Would you pick putting the giant rock suit, equally giant suit?
I feel like David might be a better call. Cause that way it's not giant rock man busting through.
It's your choice.
I'm gonna go David.
All right, David and Wayne are heading into the Mafia bar nightclub.
All right. So as you walk in, you know smell the thick cigar smoke and all of that. You see several prominent members of the mafia families here, all at different tables.
Uh, just grab a cigar and go mingle. You know, we're here on business, but if you act like you're on business, it's suspicious.
Yeah. So you do your best to mingle and uh fortunately, some of these guys actually have heard of you or, whatever. Some of them do talk to you, and eventually you get invited over to a table with one of the higher ranking guys.
I take it, and if they'll let me, I invite David to sit beside me.
Yeah, he's like, "Who is this friend of yours?"
Oh, he's a worker, so very trustworthy. Introduce yourself, David.
David. Pride myself on being trustworthy.
And what do
He's
you do, David?
While I work with our associate here.
I see.
he's a rock solid guy.
I
Let me
see.
um I hate to butt into the night with a little bit of business, but we uh we heard that this new black mask gang's cutting into a lot of the family's profits, and
Yeah,
we got
they've
a
been a real thorn in our side.
we got a bone to pick with them too, actually. Any idea what they'll be going after next?
Yeah, if history is any, you know, reminder, they're going to any indicator, they're going to go after our bank trucks that'll be transferring some of our money to our offshore bank accounts, and they'll be going after the armored trucks.
Gentlemen, I got a bit of a proposal. Something mutually beneficial for the both of us. Let's say we send out two banks. I'll foot the bill for the second one. One carrying your money, and the second one carrying myself and my associate to begin the steps to put a firm stop to this interference with your wonderful business.
Yeah, well, that would obviously be great.
Wonderful. Just tell me the route you normally follow, what they'd be expecting, and Tremor and I will be in the armored car instead of your money.
Yeah, yeah, that could work.
We'd still need a couple of guys to drive the truck. You know, once stuff starts, it's gonna be any heat's gonna be on me and my friend.
Oh, yeah, no problem. You can have Sal and Frankie over here.
Perfect. They should know the route.
And
What time? How long until it goes down?
yeah, so I was gonna say he gives you the details of, you know, when it's gonna be and all of that. You guys are able to go over the planning. Um, and you know, you don't have much time, just a couple of days to prepare, but you know, it's something.
Days is a lot. Yeah, that should be. We should be set in a couple of days.
So yeah, you guys, you know, um, are able to come to terms with this guy in order to, you know, try and protect this family's money. Um, yeah. What do you do from there?
Other than get a handful of doses of my fun new power ready, and if you can do it stealthily, maybe get a kite man up on the roof with a new black kite. Just to look, just to watch. It's nice to have an extra set of eyes.
Kite Man is always happy to help.
What color's your night kite?
Blue.
So, well, here's the oh somebody's driving. How confident are you in its stealthy?
Kite Man is very confident.
If you weren't, I'd be happy to supply some. Gosh, we're talking like I'm in the mafia book. If you're worried about your kites, I came into a lot of money. Or honestly, if you just need money, like that, I don't know what you
Kite
do,
Man
Kite Man.
could always use some more money.
Is that like in a facetious way, Kite Man, or is
No,
it
no, no.
genuine?
That he's broke. Let's all take a quick 5 minute bio break, and then I'll be back.
Yeah,
All right.
Lovely.
how do you give Kite Man some money? I think I'm just gonna put uh Travis.
Mhm.
I love that we just have this fucking racehorse stable of fucking like small to medium time heroes and villains to play with.
Yeah.
And honestly, like Killer Moth he's like it's cool that there's stats written up for him if it ever comes out again, but like he's PL9. There's not much we can do with him now that we're PL11.
Yeah.
Although he does have a +7 to technology, so like that's why I want to keep him on in the old Golden Corral for fucked up purpose.
Well, do they have a +13 to toughness?
And no, that's why they're not out and about.
Oh, that's why
Almost
I'm
all,
here.
yeah, and Deep Night. Almost all of the people that I spent my sidekick points, my minion points on, are there for like flavor and to keep them from becoming a recurring threat, and also because it's easier to put 5 points into minion than it is to put 20 points into all the fucking biology. Poison Ivy, you got Kite Man. Kite Man's invaluable. I'd pay a fucking 1,000 points for Kite. Beautiful. I'd sell all my kingdom for just one pot of Kite Man. What would you do if here's a fun character question while we're just sort of sitting here.
Mhm.
What would Tremor and Deep Knight do if they were billionaires?
Oh.
Alrighty, I am back.
Welcome. I was just talking about how I got all those points in. I still got like 5 or 6 points in minion for the sole
If
purpose
Steve
of
Knight
moving.
was a billionaire, he would probably have his and he would probably have this sort of thing back at Atlantis.
So is land money any good down there?
I was referring to as like millionaire as in Atlantis terms.
Oh,
What do you guys
Atlantean
even use?
millionaire.
Sea dollars?
yeah. What the fuck? What is the fucking currency? Now? What are they making out of? Fucking seashells.
Sand dollars.
It was a low hanging fruit, and somebody had to take it. But yeah, I still have. Let me check directly. I still have. Oh, I still have 12 points. Is 5 points in minion enough to keep like Killer Moth and Kite Man and all them on as like for both flavor and for the occasional skill roll? More or less, is that the right ballpark?
Yeah, so flavor and the occasional skill roll, is pretty much fine, unless like, the situation is more than, what I would deem appropriate, and then you might have to either spend more points or not be able to get that out of them.
Yeah, that's fair. It's just to like it's fun to have a corral of like low to medium level villains and heroes that are just like around in case we need a lookout or a gadget or
Yeah.
a plant identified.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. And I just realized I still had 12 points in minion. I have 7 more points to spend. I can get my thing earlier than I thought I could.
What's your
I wanted to
thing?
get a weakness ability called Deep Hurting.
Okay.
No, a weekend that targets will and lowers toughness. But that's down the road still because it's. Although I feel like it will become increasingly important as we continue.
Yeah.
Those fucking toughness numbers just keep going up.
Yes, they do.
But in the meantime, I can actually raise my toughness. Regardless. So yeah, we're doing the. How does everybody feel morally about what we're doing with the mafia? So David, you okay with it?
But yeah, it's uh, like a means to the end.
Absolutely. You know, if we got 2 days, I'm gonna get the weasel an apartment.
Yeah, so he's very grateful to have a place to stay.
You if you're looking for you're welcome to join up with the league and. I mean, you've been through a lot, man. If you just want to pick up like a day job side for a while, I can get you something easy to beat.
Yeah, well, I'll definitely, consider that.
Indeed.
What if here's a little question for you. What have you always wanted to do?
Uh, I mean, I guess not be a horrible mutant rodent man.
Actually, you say that like a little bit facetiously, but I I might know a guy.
Oh, yeah?
Talking talking him into it's a whole nother thing. Yeah, there's the guy who made me. He's still alive.
Really?
Yeah, he's in jail. I think over across the bay. I'll set up a meeting between the two. I think he could use the good boy points for prison, and if you become a regular guy, all the better for you, right?
Yeah.
In the meantime, I super super fucked up. I can't believe it's happened, but I'm a billionaire.
With a B?
Hard B on that.
A hard B.
Yeah. Speaking of which, I did give I gave fucking Kite Man 100,000.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, I don't care. It's an imaginary number now to win. Now that he's got ridiculous money, so if Titan's like struggling, sure, whatever.
He's just, always broke.
Yeah, I mean, it's either his fucking bank account or it's one of his arms because he does a fucking tight trick and it goes badly. Yeah, no, it's Guillermoth is not so not so good anymore out on the field, but he's very good at that little stocks line. Uh,
Wait, you broke up there. You're really good at what?
I was about to say, Killing Moth ain't so good in the field anymore, but apparently he's very good at that old stock game.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So if you need anything between now and then and after, I'm here for you, man. You've been through so much. I'm happy to help.
Yeah, well, thanks.
Of course. Just get some rest now, okay?
And with that, he kind of curls up on the floor. Um,
There's a bed in there. Kind of bed that people with abnormal spines like.
he looks, and indeed, you got him a posturpedic bed, and he's like, "What?" And he like dives into it like
Can I
a
describe the
yeah,
the fucked up hammock that weird fucking rat people like?
yeah,
It's it's sort of like a hammock, but it's almost completely vertical, and it's just stuffed with like soft fucking like not full pillows, but like little rectangular pillows with like silken outsides, and you can curl up into an absurd little ball in that thing, and it's perfect.
yeah,
You can go flat, you can go on your back, you can do whatever you want, whatever uh your unnatural impulses require.
nice.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, he's loving that, and he, dives into it, and you see him just like, curling into a little ball and like falling asleep almost instantly.
It's the little things, honestly. All right. Time to go talk to Deep Knight before the actual operation goes down. Get him in on it.
Yeah, so you make it, back home, and Deep Night is waiting there after having talked to Cat Batman.
Let's just say Selena Kyle.
Yeah.
I'll catch him up on Hazard. Do you know the plan?
Mm, it's basically sort of follow the sort of the path and sort of like and try and get get the black mask gang while they're on the path.
Yeah, we're gonna let's we're hopping in media res. Yeah, we're gonna pretend to be the money truck and hide where the money would be. When they break in, they'll overextend themselves.
Ah, an ambush.
More or less.
Yeah, you're gonna
Although
ambush the ambushers.
although not entirely, because we want at least a couple of them to get away. So we got somebody to follow back to the base.
Just in case that the sort of like the in case none of them speak is willing to speak about where their boss is.
Oh, Black Mask is ruthless. I'm sure he's got these guys on a short leash as far as that goes.
Yeah, for sure.
There are plenty. There are plenty of people. There are, sadly enough, and I hope to fix this eventually. There are plenty of people in Gotham more than willing to die over like losing that sort of economic edge. Like you fall out with a gang boss, man. That's it for you in the underworld, you know. Probably it for you for life too, but you know.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, we need a couple of them to panic and lead us back to the main base because there's no way in hell Black Mask will be robbing that truck himself. He's not that kind of guy.
He's very smart. Roman
Oh
Sionis
yeah.
is one of those like Dr. Moriarty type of villains where, he's very capable and always a step ahead.
And here's the thing, honestly, and I'm sorry, I don't know what's happening with all these goddamn sirens. Don't worry about it. It's Gotham ambiance.
Yeah, yeah.
But Honestly, if we can just get the mask back from him, the inter-gang violence is sort of low on the list of things considering what's been going on recently. It's not like you can use the thing. That's not top of the list, but if we can just get the thing back from him, it's not like, regardless, everyone's on board with the plan. We get into the truck. We got our two guys driving the truck.
Indeed. Should I fit myself into a money bag for the realism?
You should do it because it's funny. I think it'd be funny to watch you do it.
Yeah.
Yes, that would be humorous.
Also, money
it's
bags
fun.
aren't like human size. Like you might be able to get Great King Rat into a money bag, but
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's just a bunch of duffel bags, you could probably get in one.
Even
Unless
then,
you're using
it would be
fucking.
difficult.
Oh yeah, and your armor and everything.
yeah, Deep Knight's a big Atlantean, so
I assume Tremor has filled all these duffel bags with rocks.
Yeah.
Nice. All right. Remember the plan, everybody.
okay.
Normal justice.
So as you guys are, preparing for this mission, suddenly a news broadcast comes on. And the news broadcast says, breaking news, Gotham Central Bank is being robbed by none other than the Joker. We have our reporter live on the scene now. Tom, tell us what you see. And they cut to Tom, who, is describing the scene, but then suddenly the Joker's minions surround him in clown masks, and they're just all like standing there laughing. And then the Joker comes on screen, and he's like, "Well, what have we here? Oh, talking to my adoring public, are we? Well, let's give them what they really want." And he takes Tom and he slits his throat right there live on television and says, "Well, Gotham, I hope that all the children are already in bed because that was definitely PG-17. Ha ha ha! Ha ha ha! And he just begins laughing maniacally. And as you look, you see that he has the word damaged tattooed across his face. And,
Oh no.
and
Oh no.
his smile shows a row of metal teeth, a metal grill.
And Deep Nights are looking at the television and says, I am 100% certain the Joker did not look like that.
Yeah, gonna call the my point of contact with the mafia on the way over, and I assume that with the Joker being back, they aren't moving a fucking $10 million across town.
That's the thing. See, Mr. Joker, he didn't just rob the central bank. The news has not been covering it, but he actually now controls all of our mafia money, and so unless we do what he says, he's gonna burn it all.
All right.
Okay, not honestly. Same difference to me as long as the thing has been postponed. We'll go the living shit out of him, and then we'll do this how we were gonna.
And if I'm not mistaken, isn't he dead?
Who?
The real Joker.
No.
They wouldn't even let me cripple him.
I wanted to.
I wanted to cripple him so bad. I wanted to, like, right on the back of the neck, just vegetable in a wheelchair that you gotta blow to move.
We should have let Harley do it, to be fair.
I mean, yeah, it's not the right thing to do, but like, it's the right thing to do, you know.
Yeah, morally, I think we would be in the fine.
I mean, not really, but like, I mean,
It's a,
come on.
it's gray, closer to good than bad.
I mean, like, everybody gets at least one. Let's go spend our one on this guy.
Yeah, for funny joke reasons, I'm taking a bet one of the money bags full of rocks.
I thought you guys used your one on Harley Sin.
No, that was his one. This is my one.
Oh.
And no, that was just me being stupid. That was just Great King Rat. Like, if Great King Rat only gets one, he's at like fucking -17.
Everybody gets one murder.
Everyone
Just
gets
one,
one
though.
murder, starting at the point when we actually like took being heroes seriously and weren't robbing mafia boss houses.
Right.
If I still get a one right now, I'm gonna use it on Ratcatcher too.
Yeah?
Yeah. Fuck that guy.
Oh, you
Actually,
might be
I think it's
running into them.
actually I think Ratcatcher 2 is a woman,
It is.
but either way, it is. Yeah, I think it's his daughter.
It is.
Very neat. Either way, I hate Wayne hates them for what they do because it works on him too, and it makes him fucking furious.
I believe it. Yeah.
Regardless,
We're off to the bank.
let's go do some method acting on Jared Leto's stupid face.
And to be fair, this is a faker, right?
I mean, it it could just be the Joker. It could be one of the Jokers if we're going with there's three Jokers actually.
I mean, let's be real. In media res, it's a guy who just slit somebody's throat on fucking Gotham TV.
Yeah,
So let's
with the whole
put our Joker
Joker.
gloves on and treat. Yeah. Also, Also, let's save this and mention it when we get there. He did fuck up saying NC-17.
Oh yeah, NC-17. But also you guys will find out what my personal theory is on the whole Joker thing. So yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah, let's hop in. Let's hop into the bank.
Hopping to the bank.
Justice League on scene.
Yeah, we get a 60s style Batman cutaway.
All right. So the bank is actually empty. The Joker took all the money. He's got it hidden. You're never gonna guess where he is.
Is
Is he in a fucking amusement park?
Yeah.
yeah.
He's on Entertainment Lane.
Yep.
Alright.
He's at Amusement Mile by the giant Ferris wheel with the clown
Sorry,
face.
I'm sorry if I keep
It's
saying
okay.
it.
No, it's don't be sorry. It's honestly incredibly funny. Every time you say it, it's different and just slightly off, and it's very good.
Yeah, once we get to like the bank and he's not there anymore, I do just kind of put the bag down. Sad.
Yeah. Yeah. You're like, I guess just a deposit.
Well, like that was
I'm
gonna
gonna
be
I'm
that was gonna be the joke. was I was gonna just fucking hurl the bag of rocks at him and was like, oh, I'm here to make a deposit, but he's not at the bank anymore, so the joke doesn't work.
Oh. I'm sorry your joke fizzled.
Let's go beat the shit out of a clown.
Yeah, I was gonna sniff our way there, but we know where he is. We know
Yeah.
where he is. It's either the playing card factory or it's the fucking amusement mile.
Oh,
And
by the way, you get
I
you.
think.
Oh, go ahead. Finish.
I think the playing card factory is on the amusement mile island.
So
So go ahead.
Great King Rat, roll your perception for your scent in.
It's not any higher than normal, but it's. I got a lot of them. Here we go. 17.
All right. So you can smell the makeup and all of that of the
Axe body
Joker
spray.
of the Joker's clown gang, uh, and Axe body spray, which the old Joker never wore. He was a Drakkar Noir guy.
Yeah, strict cologne. He had standards and also like a fucking wife, sort of.
Yeah, and class and taste.
I mean, I wouldn't say that. He still did dress up like a clown with green hair.
Eh.
He still did
At
wear a
least
purple
he did it
zoot suit.
tastefully.
I mean, he wore a purple zoot suit in like 2020.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, it's a fucking look.
It
It
yeah.
is.
I mean, you know. But so anyway, this guy doesn't smell anything like any of that, but that doesn't mean it's a different guy. Like you can't smell the underlying scent of like the actual body odor. Just different cologne. But I mean, you guys did hit him on the head pretty hard. This stuff is known to happen.
I mean, yeah, that's fine. Axe body spray is one of the easiest scents to track across the city.
Yeah, especially because nobody except for douchebags are wearing it.
Yeah, it's normal. It's first year minions and fucking frat bros.
So it turns out that it's hard to track in Gotham because everybody in Gotham wears Axe body spray. No, I'm just kidding. Uh, you guys do get to Amusement Mile, and there you see the giant Ferris wheel with a clown face on it, and you see just a giant pile of money surrounded by clowns with flamethrowers.
Alrighty, that's troubling.
See, I feel weird saying it, but Tremor, can you just sort of take the money away?
Well, I can try that, or I can just, hit all of them. Hit all of them very fast.
If I'm
All
honest,
at once.
if you were to take the money, it would and actually protect it under an earthy shell, it would make it a lot easier to protect it.
Remember, this money is the leverage that he has over the mafia.
Oh, yeah, that could be fun. What if we just what if we just take the money and fucking leave him? Leave him for the goddamn sharks.
King Shark is a shark.
I miss
Shark's
King
not with the
Shark.
mafia though. Leave him for a bunch of guys named Tony to come and break his legs.
Bust his
Every
fucking kneecaps.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, every single one of them is named Tony. That's
Yeah.
Tony. That's Anthony. That's Antonio. That's Big T, Little T, T-Bone, T-Dog.
Just 25 guys named Tony with lead pipes just coming to break his legs.
Yeah.
And the Team Bone guy is just the guy who works at the butcher shop.
Yeah. Yeah, his name is actually Lenny.
Lenny T Bone Tony.
Yeah, his last
Yeah,
name
his
is
last
Tony.
name's
Yeah,
his last
exactly.
name's Anthony. Yeah.
Yeah. Perfect.
What can I say? I'm good at names.
It works.
Well, Tremor, I'll leave the decision to you. I trust your judgment.
I wouldn't. He's got rocks for brains.
And those rocks, but to be fair, those rocks are probably stored with very rich minerals.
Oh
I
yeah,
got
that makes
Hey,
it better.
I
hey,
got I got
hey!
brains for
Watch
brains.
watch your mouth. I don't want to hear what you say if you get any bolder.
Eh, eh, eh. Anyway, all right. Yeah, I guess I'll just make a earthen shell around the money real quick.
Okay, so I've been looking at your array, and I'm
Hmm.
just gonna refresh myself here because I want to know exactly what you're doing to do this.
Yeah. So the uh God, this was from forever ago. Actually got to pull up the first character sheet I made
Yeah,
to
yeah, no worries. And I'm not, trying to be a jackass about this. I just, I was looking through your powers and I saw all your, pocket sand and meteor and all of that stuff. That's all good. The geokinesis definitely lets you move Earth, but I don't see anything that would allow you to make like a protective shell. So
yeah.
I'm not trying to be a jerk about it. I just, I need you to spend the
It's
points
a
on it
canonical.
if you're gonna keep
Yeah.
using it.
Yeah, it's move. Uh, I think it's a. Yeah, I don't
It's
actually know if I can do it. It might be a like extra bit of move object.
Yeah, so do you have points?
Not currently.
Okay.
So, so I'll just up the money goes very fast.
Yeah, well, some of it does fly off, of course. You know,
Yeah,
you can't help that, but we're talking about, I don't know, close to $500 billion here or something like that in total. So so
that.
well, maybe a little less than that, maybe like a quarter
Wait.
quarter of a trillion, but
Yeah.
still.
That that's like a massive money the size of like 8 or 9 Olympic swimming pools. Like that's a county sized chunk of change.
Oh, well, I mean, it is really like tall too.
Well, like $500 million. Like no, sorry, several billion. You're describing $500 billion.
Yeah, maybe like, closer to 250 or even 125, but still like the impression should definitely be that you could build a large tree fort with this money or a very small house.
Like a castle. You could build a
Right.
castle out of it.
Right, just out of the money. Like obviously like with the money you could build several castles.
Oh.
But just out of the money you could build, like quite a bit. So it is a huge pile, some 20 25 feet tall and like 100 feet across at least. Probably more than that, probably like 200 feet across and like 25 35 feet tall.
After the game, I will do the math on how big a pile of 200, how big
Yeah.
a pile of $500 billion would be.
Yeah. We'll get exactly, figured out how much money it is, but roughly 250 feet across and, upwards of 25 to 50 feet tall. And it's just a huge mound of money. And as it goes launching into the air, like $1.5 million just comes flying off of the sides in all directions.
Oh no, the amusement mile hobos are gonna have spending money now.
Yeah, it's just raining money, like literally raining.
The amusement mile
If
hobos are gonna buy a
I can't
car.
wait to turn amusement miles into a into a more safe place.
Yeah, I
Like
can't wait until the mayor lets us buy it from him.
Well, the price just went up by $1.5 million.
Not until the vagrants get here and they take the money.
Yeah.
You have to buy a truck.
By the way, there are a lot of homeless here on Amusement Mile. They hide
Oh,
out
and they're
in
not going anywhere.
yeah, they hide out in the abandoned rides and all of that because like the Tunnel of Love, like you can have a whole little apartment in
Yeah.
there.
Well, no. If Wayne ever gets a hold of this place, he's just gonna build like a bunch of hotel-sized buildings for him somewhere. Let him actually live like people.
Yeah.
You know, live with dignity.
So you're gonna do all the things that the other Wayne should have done?
Yes.
Uh
I'm
so
gonna tear down all the amusement parks and build homeless shelters.
right. Uh you guys do that, and as you do that, all of the clown goons like turn to start looking for where this is happening, but then you hear a voice come over the megaphone. I see we have some unwanted guests.
Hey,
What's
hey,
up, you fucking loser?
hey! Is that two-way? Can you hear
oh,
us?
villain! You dare burn the balance.
What's
Let
that?
me
I can't
examine.
I can't hear you. Don't worry. I'll be down there soon to deal with you personally. For now, Clown Gang, get 'em. And the Clown Gang like begins pouring out of the Ferris wheel like underground. There's like a whole like underground setup for like the motors and the generators and everything, but there's also like a little bunker down there, and apparently there was like 50 more clown dudes down there that just come like pouring out ready to fight.
Is anyone else disappointed that he didn't call him the Joker Pack? I feel like
A
that
little
might
bit.
just be me.
He could have called them something better than Clown Gang, like the whole circus or something.
Yeah,
The
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 deck of cards.
the three ring gang.
He could have called them anything but the Clown Gang, I guess. Now that I'm thinking about it.
Like the insane clown posse.
I could have done it,
Jokers are
yeah.
just the clown posse.
Shut the fuck up. Shut your mouth, Travis.
Would certainly be a three-ring circus. Anyways, Deep Knights are stand over, sort of looking down at the approaching horde of of wild cards, and says, "You fiends have sealed your fate. Now you face the combined might of the Guardians of Gotham."
Hey, that one was pretty good, actually. Good job.
Yeah.
Yeah, except for it sounds like you guys are going rogue and no longer a part of the Justice League.
There's room for some epithets in there as
Yeah,
Justice League
it's
members.
sort of like it's sort of like it's sort of like it's sort of branch of the Justice League.
Right, right. It's like how Superman is also the Man of Steel or the last son of Krypton, or yeah.
Yeah,
And
something like that.
here's the thing. Here's the thing. You can call the team of heroes whatever you want because there aren't enough heroes alive or active right now to really contest for names.
It's true. All right. So
Regard-
as you are you know watching as the minions fan out and begin to look for you guys, Deep Knight steps forward and proclaims that that you guys are gonna mess him up, and they all like turn and start coming at you guys.
All right, Breaking Red will square up, halfway hidden somewhere behind Deep Knight, ready to come out and go feral.
Yeah, so oh no, not initiative yet. We're actually not going to get to the combat today. Um, I am going to run the sessions obviously until the 3 hour mark, but I didn't realize we were pushing back yet, so I can't run for the full 45 more minutes. I was trying to get as much extra time as possible, though, before we got to the actual fight. So if there's anything else that you guys do before the actual fight and initiative begins, by the way, cinematic uses of powers, even if they would affect the minions, are still allowed at this point because it's not official combat with the boss just yet. So, if you guys have some use of your powers you'd like to try, or anything else that you do or say before the combat, and then we will get wrapped up.
If I'm honest, Deep Knight is going to try and like cinematically use his bubble cage to try and stretch out a sort of capturing barrier over multiple, like using the points to sort of extend the size of his bubble cage to affect multiple people.
Instead of trying to cage them, I thought you might use your bubble blast like a huge wave of water that gets their flamethrowers all wet so that they can't use their
Oh, like
flamethrowers.
a a wave of foam. Yeah, that would actually be good.
Yeah, so like sea foam comes rolling off of you and puts out all of the igniter pilot lights for the flamethrowers.
Anything for you, Tremor?
Not really, because I basically have a power for like an attack for this, and it feels not exactly fair to, I don't know,
I mean,
do the
you could
do the
always
attack.
you
What
could do something very ironic and just dump the money on them.
Or you could just use your geokinesis to make all of the ground rough terrain so that they are slow getting up to you and you guys can pick them off.
Yeah, all right. Rough terrain is good. Set the money down.
Yeah, you float it behind you guys obviously and set it down to where like they have to get through you to get at it, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. You don't just set it right back down where it was.
no.
No. All right. So you set the money down behind you guys, and even more money, like 2 million more dollars, falls off as it hits the ground. You didn't slam it down or nothing. It's just there's not much you can do about a couple tons of earth coming down to the ground. It's going to shake. So
Fair enough.
as like 2 million more dollars falls off, you guys watch as the ground becomes jagged and rocky in between you and the clown gang, so that
And I imagine some of the foam sort of mixes with the rocky terrain.
yeah, a couple of them are slipping and falling down. It's like getting muddy. It's just it's all bad. It's like the French at Agincourt.
Just Tremor making little spikes all over the ground, and some guy slips on the foam and just dies. Like his chest gets fully impaled, just out of nowhere. Something
You, the Nelson
grisly.
laugh.
Yeah.
Ha ha. I think he might be seriously hurt, Nelson. I said ha ha.
The Great King
Oh.
Rat doesn't have any cinematic powers. He's I could maybe throw a vial of pure disease, but no, I'll save that for getting Jared Leto incredibly sick.
Yeah. So, of course, Great King Rat does not have very cinematic uses of his powers, unfortunately. But you could start to burrow under the rough terrain to come up behind them.
Yeah, if this was a comic book, it'd either be underground or picking off a straggler or two before the fight starts.
Yeah. And so, as begin burrowing and everybody else is using their powers, that is indeed the end panel, as you see just 50 Joker clowns, slipping and sliding in the muck, but still making their way towards you guys. And, you guys are just in your battle poses. And so that is where we draw to a close as you guys prepare to confront this new Joker and see exactly what is going on and hopefully free the mafia from his leverage with their money. I want to thank you guys for playing. I want to thank anyone who's watching. And as always, everyone, good gaming.